when they hear Sandstorm and Sir Big Spur starts getting those claws sharpened, Williams-Brice Stadium comes alive in support of their South Carolina Gamecocks. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a team from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Gamecocks will get us started with the opening kickoff. From inside the 20, chance for great field position.
What? No way. You gotta tell me.
Line gets set, first down. He wants to throw. Fires to the right. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's first and 10. They'll go back to the ground. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
On the ground, it's Judkins. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
That's a really nice run right there. And one of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
And the Buckeyes will line it up on first and 10. Back to throw, it's Howard. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. Unleashes one deep. Pass on the way, it's picked off!
Well, we knew coming into this one, this was an offense that wanted to come out, sling it around, but the timing is going to have to be a whole lot better. This defense has athletes who can close on the ball and make plays, and you saw it right there in that interception to open this game.
Gets that thing away from the goal line. He's all the way out to the 7 with a pickup of 6.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They'll run play action. Good timing on the quick out. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with that to the catch.
Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
On second down, just keeps firing. Quickly out to the tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, second and 7.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
Now on the option. He'll toss it. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Dropping back, it's Sellers. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we've played one quarter. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. On the move, he fires. Got his man downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
He'll toss it. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Now facing a third and long. Here we go. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on third down. Instead, they're staring at fourth.
Oh.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him, and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the fourth down.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
4th and 1, turn around, hand it off to your bell cow running back, and let him go move the sticks. Great job.
And the Gamecocks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Back to pass, it's Sellers. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. The play action fake. Starts to scramble to the left. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Gonna let it fly. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. Oh, the ball's on the ground. Now the defense has got it, and they're
Damn fucking ball, bro. Oh my god.
That was a roller coaster. We got
Pitches
the
it into nobody. My guys just stand there. Sorry,
sorry,
guys. I'm just like,
Yeah, and all you're trying to do is force turnovers, create plays. Nice job getting the interception. And listen, when you're running to the football, trying to block, that ball comes out. Nice job falling on it, creating the turnover.
And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. The Gamecocks will hustle to the line. They go to the ground. Powerful running as he trucks his way to the 28.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Quickly complete.
Why does he catch
He
that?
makes the tackle at the 23-yard line, but not before a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. That's caught. It's Sanders. Headed to the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling.
They fake and the kicker's looking to pass. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the two-point conversion. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got it in the middle. It's Ibuka. Still running at the 40. Off he goes. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. What a catch and run for 6.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
And that pass is intercepted. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
The sure hands, it's Anderson. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Just enough time for one final play of the half. To the air, it's Howard. Fires deep toward the end zone. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. Got some room to run. And he gets the interception and finally run out of bounds, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half.
I have to kick. I thought I got
Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I don't think defensively you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready. If you're a quarterback, then you're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big
I
pickup and moving the
pitch it.
sticks for a first down.
Don't know what that.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Gamecocks are in the hurry-up.
Right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the
Stop with the
And you become so hard to defend.
pitches.
You can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that now. What opens up? Play action.
Do the
Now you're
same thing
making
every
a play,
time.
pass and run.
Oh, good.
This offense, if
Okay.
they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. To throw, it's Sellers. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Another incompletion on third down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on 4th down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Fast motion from the offense. Here's the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. How about that Mike linebacker bringing the heat right up the middle?
Right down Broadway, right in the middle of the defense. This is the guy that sees everything, makes all the calls, and you could tell he knew where he was coming downhill. It came wide open, and he comes to the quarterback and gets the sack.
A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Leaves it with the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got it behind the line. It's Sanders. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. On 4th down, they'll run it, looking for the first. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback will audible. Takes the handoff. It's Judkins. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, South Carolina 15, Ohio State 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Running back searching for a hole. There's a live football.
Oh, you're
Defense
kidding me.
covering it up and
Oh, you're
not letting
kidding
the
me.
offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest.
Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
And that right there, probably the biggest play in this game so far. The offense has the lead, and they're just trying to run the football to run this clock out. But the defense able to knock it out, jump on it. Now all of a sudden, this game has a completely different feel.
And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the fourth quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
He'll take another
Oh,
shot
you're kidding me.
here.
Throw that in. Oh,
And
man.
it's
That's
incomplete,
actually my
going
fault.
for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Looking downfield, it's Howard getting some heat. They get to him as he throws. And it's picked off for the third time today. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Quick toss. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
After that incompletion on third and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on fourth down and pad the lead, but if you kick a field goal, you make it a two-possession game here in the second half, and I think that's the right decision.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Low man wins. Defense that time on fourth down was expecting run, and you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. Would have loved to have gotten a
Yes.
big return out of that one, but they'll take it first down at the 40.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm.
And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
All kinds of running room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Ibuka.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
A shot toward the end zone. And that is his fifth interception. If he comes out to try for six, he'll be lucky. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Aggressive versus reckless. It's such a fine line when you're trailing and you need to make plays late in the game. The offense was reckless, turned the football over, and this one doesn't look great.
Keeps the legs moving. A solid run there as he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand, they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. The D scoops it up, and everybody reverses field. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The defense with the scoop and score.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
They'll try to get the 2, knot this thing up, and maybe push us into overtime. Wants to throw. It's Howard. To the end zone and is picked off. They cannot believe it. A great play on the interception is wiped away with the roughing the passer call. A gargantuan moment here as they try to tie it up late with the 2-point conversion. Powers forward. He gets into the end zone for the 2, and we are tied coming down the stretch. Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse.
Bro, those pitches work, bro.
They do. So tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond.
Yo, that shit was rage baiting me so hard. It was working. You probably heard me, bro.
Maximize this time and get in a position to win.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. The pressure was rising. Drama just encapsulating this entire stadium. And the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You can feel the crowd noise. You can feel the energy. But you've got to keep your poise. And you just wonder in this juncture of the game if the quarterback's starting to lose his cool.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gonna run it. It's Judkins. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Give to the running back. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try it on the ground. The Buckeyes get it past the sticks.
Oh.
Man, on 4th and 2.
Oh my God.
My offensive line.
I thought I didn't get that.
Give me just a little slither. Great job by the offensive line, blocking up just enough to get the 1st down.
Damn, you're right, dived over there.
Downhill. That's all you want on those 4th and 2 situations.
Number 6, bro. Shit. Bro.